Hi friends, welcome to English Study Point. Today in this video lecture I am going to talk about reflection theory. This theory is introduced by George Lukács, who was a Hungarian Marxist critic. So he was the only one who uses this word called reflection for the first time, and by this theory George Lukács want to suggest to us that a work of art is written in such a manner that it must reflect patterns of how economic relations exist in the society. कि जब भी हम किसी वर्क ऑफ आर्ट को लिखते हैं, वर्क ऑफ आर्ट का मतलब है कि पेंटिंग वगैरह नहीं, बल्कि नॉवेल्स, टेक्स्ट वगैरह या फिर पोइट्रीज जब भी लिखी जाती है तो उन वर्क्स में, ऐसे आर्ट के वर्क्स में इकोनॉमिक रिलेशंस सोसाइटी में किस तरीके से एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हैं उन्हें भी डिस्क्राइब किया जाना चाहिए. Reflection means to represent something with the use of words or images in order to form mental images in a person's mind. Reflection means to frame a mental structure in reader's mind with the use of words or images. हिंदी में समझाया जाए तो रिफ्लेक्शन का मतलब है वर्ड्स की हेल्प से एक राइटर जब भी वर्क को क्रिएट करता है तो वो वर्ड्स जब रीडर्स रीड करते हैं तो उनके माइंड में मेंटल इमेजेस फॉर्म होने लग जाते हैं जब भी वो उन वर्ड्स या फिर इमेजेस को देखते या पढ़ते हैं. This theory emphasizes an author should reflect real world social economic conditions of society. By introducing this theory, George Lukács emphasizes that whenever a writer writes any type of art or work, he must reflect social as well as economic realities. जब भी एक राइटर नावल लिखता है तो उसे उस नावल में सोसाइटी में चल रहे इकोनॉमिक रिलेशंस को डिस्क्राइब करना चाहिए और सोसाइटी किस तरह से फंक्शन करती है वो भी नावल में डिपिक्ट या फिर रिफ्लेक्ट करना चाहिए ताकि रीडर्स सोसाइटी के सोशल इकोनॉमिक फंक्शंस और रिलेशंस के बारे में जान सकें. Whenever an author depicts these types of social as well as economic realities in his work, it will keep a reader intact with the information about how social economic relations of his society works of which he is part of. कि एक ऑथर जब भी अगर ये डिपिक्ट करेगा इन रियलिटीज़ को तो लोग जान पाएंगे, लोग मीन्स रीडर्स जान पाएंगे कि जिस सोसाइटी में वो रह रहे हैं या फिर जिस सोसाइटी का वो पार्ट है उस सोसाइटी में किस तरीके से सोशल इकोनॉमिक रिलेशंस चलते हैं या फिर वर्क करते हैं. Lukács believes that a true work of art must reflect underlying patterns of economic contradictions in the society. Whenever a writer writes any work, he should keep in his mind to reflect complex economic systems of society, that how there is lots of interferences of oppositions and acceptances in this economic system. By this I mean to say that in this economic system, when people they participate in this type of system, some people oppose whereas some people accept while living in this economic system. So Lukács suggests that best method to make it possible in literature and art is to practice realism. So best method to make reflection possible and in literature and art is to practice this realism. How this realism is practiced? So whenever we write or whenever a writer writes literary text or any type of art form, we should means a writer should depict social economic realities in it. Only a realist work can hold life in its totality. So only this realistic work describes or paints life in its truest form. This realist work reflects full process of life, which means only in these types of realist texts perfect interaction between the individual and society takes place, then the individual characters must be types who carry the silent features of the society to which they belong. So characters present in our text are the ones who helps in depicting social economic realities of his society. Reflection in the context of this theory means making an intensive totality of art out of extensive totality of the world. Whenever a writer writes, he instead of reflecting vastness of this world, so extensive means vast, which is somewhat related to world. So instead of reflecting vastness of this world, he at least should reflect intensive totality means he should reflect deeply about social economic conditions of society in which author is living in. Thus, a realist work represents reflections of patterns of economic contradictions that exist in the society in an intensive form. Then Lukács is totally against modernism because modernist novel fail to see individuals as part of dynamic social system, whereas realist novels sees individual as part of dynamic social system. According to Lukács, modernism is promoting individualism, which is a capitalist legacy. क्योंकि मॉडर्निज्म एक इंडिविजुअल को वैल्यू करता है एंड मॉडर्निज्म अगर इंडिविजुअलिज्म को वैल्यू करता है तो कहीं ना कहीं मॉडर्निज्म कैपिटलिज्म को भी फेवर करता है, जिसमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ इंडिविजुअल के प्रॉफिट के बारे में सोचा जाता है and it automatically divorces role of individual from the society. So in this by emphasizing about this modernist novel, he wants to highlights means George Lukács want to highlights that these modernist novels, in this type of novels, there is total absence of society. Now, many novels of Charles Dickens, especially Hard Times, is considered to be an example of reflection because Charles Dickens, in many of his novels, try to describe social realities as well as complex economic functions of his society. So, this can be considered as a best example that suits definition of reflection theory. Now with this video lecture ends here. Hope this video lecture will help you in your UGC NET English literature exams. Thank you.